फाइनली इतने सारे कमेंट्स के बाद हम स्ट्रक्चरल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इन एनिमल्स आज कंप्लीट करने वाले हैं. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एनिमल्स आर मेटाजोअन्स, दैट इज मल्टीसेलुलर or heterotrophs and also eukaryotes, and they are holozoic. Holozoic means complete food is fast ingested and then digested. Hydra is multicellular and amoeba और paramecium are unicellular organisms. Then आते हैं यहाँ पे, in unicellular organisms all functions like digestion, respiration, reproduction are performed by a single cell. But in the complex body, same basic functions are carried out by different group of cells in the well-organized manner. The human body composed of billions of cells to perform various functions. In multicellular animals, a group of similar cells along with intercellular substance performs a specific function such as organization is called tissue, which have common origin. चलो अब समझते हैं कॉमन ऑरिजिन क्या होता है. When sperm and ova fuses and form a zygote, which is single-celled cell, divide to form two-cell stage and further divided to form four-cell stage and further divided to form 8-cell, then 16-cell, then 32-cell stage, which is called blastula. Again, next stage is called gastrula, जो कि germ layer formation करता है. Germ layers are three type. One is ectoderm and another one is mesoderm and another one is endoderm. न्यूरल टिश्यू फॉर्म होता है एक्टोडर्म से, कनेक्टिव टिश्यू और मस्कुलर टिश्यू फॉर्म होता है मेसोडर्म से, एंड एपिथेलियल टिश्यू तीनों से फॉर्म होता है. दिस टिश्यू आर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड इन ए स्पेसिफिक proportion and pattern to form an organ like stomach, lungs, heart and kidney. When two or more organs perform a common function by their physical, that is organs are connected physically, and chemical, that is they can release enzyme, digestive juice, they together form organ system, that is digestive system, respiratory system, etc. Structure of cell vary according to their function. There are four types of tissue. One is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and neural tissue. The main function of epithelial tissue is covering, lining, diffusion, secretion, absorption, filtration and protection. Like that, function of connective tissue is support and linkage, function of muscular tissue is locomotion and movement, and function of neural tissue is control and coordination. अब देखते हैं एपिथेलियल टिश्यू. एपी मीन्स ओपन एंड थेलियम मीन्स टू रेस्ट. एपिथेलियल टिश्यू आर avascular, that is absence of blood vessel. We commonly refer to an epithelial tissue as epithelium, and this tissue has a free surface which faces either a body fluid or outside the environment and thus provide a covering or lining for some body parts. Epithelial tissues are compactly packed with little intercellular substance or matrix. There are two types of epithelial tissue. One is simple epithelial tissue and another one is compound epithelial tissue. Simple epithelium tissue is composed of single layer and compound epithelial tissue composed of two or more layers. Function of simple epithelial tissue is lining of body cavities, ducts or tubes. On the basis of structural modification, simple epithelium is further divided into three types: squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium and columnar epithelium. Then आते हैं squamous epithelium पे, is made up of single thin layer flattened cell with irregular boundaries. So इसका irregular boundaries कुछ ऐसा दिखता है, इसीलिए इसको tessellated epithelium भी बोला जाता है, and it appears like tiles, so it also called pavement epithelium. Then cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium is composed of a single layer of cube-like cells. This is commonly found in ducts and glands of tubular parts of nephron in kidney. Then columnar epithelium is composed of a single layer of tall and slender cells. Their nuclei are located at the base of the cell and free surfaces may have microvilli. They also found in the lining of stomach and intestine. If columnar or cuboidal cells bear cilia on their free surface, they are called ciliated epithelium. And their function is to move particle or mucus in a specific direction over the epithelium. इसका इतना सारा जो एग्जाम्पल्स है ये याद रखना बहुत ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट होगा आपके लिए, इसलिए मैंने एक शीट में पूरा का पूरा एग्जाम्पल लिख के रखा है. लाइक सिंपल स्क्वामस एपिथेलियम डू नॉट हैव एनी मॉडिफिकेशन बट सिंपल कॉलुमिनर और क्यूबिडल एपिथेलियम हैव मॉडिफिकेशन. तो यहाँ पे मैंने सबका एग्जाम्पल अलग अलग लिख के रखा है. अगर आप बोलो कि ये भी मैं टेलीग्राम पे अपलोड कर दूँगी. Epithelium tissue has all three origins: ectodermal, mesodermal and endodermal. Epithelium tissue of skin made up of ectodermal and epithelium of gut made up of endodermal. Some of the cells are specialized for secretion are called glandular epithelium. There are two types, one is unicellular and another one is multicellular. On the basis of modes of pouring of their secretions, glands are divided into two types. One is exocrine and another one is endocrine gland. Exocrine gland secretes mucus, saliva, earwax, oil, milk, digestive enzyme, and endocrine secretes hormones. Compound epithelium has made up of more than one layer, so it has limited role in secretion and absorption, but their main function is to provide protection against chemical and mechanical stress. यहाँ कंपाउंड एपिथेलियम का कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स है, याद रख लेना. यहाँ पे जंक्शन के बारे में दिया हुआ है. देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ सेल जंक्शंस, दैट इज टाइट जंक्शन, अदरिंग जंक्शन एंड गैप जंक्शंस. टाइट जंक्शन हेल्प्स टू स्टॉप सब्सटेंस फ्रॉम लीकेज अक्रॉस द टिश्यू. अदरिंग जंक्शन सीमेंटिंग का काम करता है एंड गैप जंक्शन कम्युनिकेशन का काम करता है थ्रू रैपिड ट्रांसफर ऑफ आयन, स्मॉल मॉलिक्यूल्स और सम बिग मॉलिक्यूल्स. फाइनली एपिथेलियम टिश्यू कंप्लीट हो चुका है. अब आते कनेक्टिव टिश्यू पे. कनेक्टिव टिश्यू का काम है सपोर्ट एंड लिंकेज का. दिस इज मोस्ट अब्यूटेंट सेल इन आवर बॉडी. कैटलेज, बोन, एडिपोज एंड ब्लॉड्स आर द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ कनेक्टिव टिश्यू. In all connective tissue except blood, the cell secretes fibers of structural proteins called collagen or elastin. And these fibers provide strength, elasticity and flexibility to the tissue. Connective tissue are 3 types: loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. यहाँ पे देखो मैंने यहाँ पे बना के रख दिया है. Connective tissue are 3 types: loose, dense और specialized. Loose connective tissue are 2 types. One is areolar connective tissue, adipose connective tissue. Dense connective tissue are 2 types: dense regular connective tissue, dense irregular connective tissue. And specialized connective tissue are 2 types: skeletal connective tissue and fluid connective tissue. Example of skeletal connective tissue is cartilage and bone, and fluid connective tissue is blood and lymph. यहाँ पे component of connective tissue, cells and matrix. Matrix are contains fibers and ground substance. Ground substance made up of mucopolysaccharide and glycoprotein, and fibers are collagen and elastic. Cells are fibroblast, mast cell, macrophages, plasma cells, neutrophils and eosinophils. Loose connective tissue has cells and fibers whose loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substance. There are 2 types of loose connective tissue, areolar and adipose. Areolar tissue present beneath the skin and it serves a support framework of epithelium. And adipose tissue is another type of loose connective tissue who is located mainly beneath the skin, and these cells of this tissue are specialized to store fats. Dense connective tissue are 2 types: dense regular connective tissue, dense irregular connective tissue. In the dense regular connective tissue, the collagen fibers are present in row between many parallel bundles of fibers. The examples of dense regular connective tissue are tendons and ligaments. But in dense irregular connective tissue, the fibroblast and fibers are arranged randomly. The example is skin. Cartilage, bones and bloods are various types of specialized connective tissue. Intercellular material of cartilage is solid and pliable and resist compression. Example of cartilage are embryos are replaced by bones in adults. Cartilage is present in tip of nose, outer ear joints, between adjacent bones of vertebral column, limbs and hands in adults. And bone have a hard and non-pliable ground substance rich in calcium salt and collagen fiber. It only have collagen fiber which give bones its strength. It is main tissue that provides structural framework to our body. Bones support and protect softer tissue and organs. The bone cells, osteocytes, are present in the space called lacuna. Limb bones such as the long bone of the legs, which work as weight bearing function in our body. Bone marrow in some bones is the site of production of blood cells. Then आते blood पे. Blood is a fluid connective tissue containing plasma, red blood cell, white blood cell and platelets. It is the main circulating fluid that helps in the transport of various substances. Then आते muscle tissue पे. Each muscle is made up of many long cylindrical fibers arranged in a parallel way. Muscle tissue and neural tissue के लिए मैं एनसीईआरटी में इतना ज़्यादा नहीं लिखी हूँ. मैं ये जो पेज है ये 2 पेज में कंप्लीट कर दी हूँ पूरा डिटेल में. ये वाला भी मैं आपको प्रोवाइड कर दूँगी, ये ज़रा देख लेना. मसल्स प्ले एक्टिव रोल इन ऑल मूवमेंट ऑफ द बॉडी. मसल टिश्यू आर 3 टाइप्स: स्केलेटल मसल, स्मूथ मसल एंड कार्डियक मसल. Skeletal muscle tissue is closely attached to skeletal bones. In typical muscles such as the biceps, striated skeletal muscle fibers are bundled together in a parallel fashion. देन आते हैं स्मूथ मसल फाइबर पे। द बोथ एंड इज फ्यूजिफॉर्म ऑफ स्मूथ मसल फाइबर एंड दे डू नॉट शो स्ट्राइटेशंस, सेल जंक्शंस होल्ड देम टुगेदर एंड दे are bundled together in a connective tissue sheath. And then cardiac muscle tissue. Cardiac muscle tissue is a contractile tissue present only in the heart. सेल जंक्शन फ्यूज दी प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन ऑफ कार्डियक मसल सेल्स एंड मेक देम स्टिक टुगेदर। तो यहाँ पे मैंने कुछ पॉइंट लिख रखा है, जैसे कि 40 to 50% वेट बॉडी वेयर करता है मस्कुलर टिश्यू एंड 639 मसल्स होता है हमारा बॉडी में एंड इसका प्रॉपर्टीज आते हैं न्यूरल टिश्यू पे। न्यूरल टिश्यू एक्सर्ट्स द ग्रेटेस्ट कंट्रोल ओवर द बॉडीज रेस्पॉन्सिवनेस। न्यूरॉन्स आर द यूनिट ऑफ न्यूरल सिस्टम आर एक्साइटेबल सेल्स. Neuroglial make up more than 1/2 of the volume of neural tissue in our body. फाइनली एनिमल टिश्यू पूरा का पूरा कंप्लीट हो गया। अब बचा और 2 पार्ट, जो कि फ्रॉग और कॉकरोच, वो मैं नेक्स्ट पार्ट में कंप्लीट कर दूंगी। एंड थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग गाइस, पढ़ते रहना।